Chapter 20, Make Your Mark. My favorite part about Tech Week is seeing all the pieces coming together as we prepare for opening night. What is Tech Week again?
No idea.
Why do they call it Tech Week? Cameron.
It's where they dress up in their costumes and perform what as killers of real things.
Yeah, so it's just a bunch of dress rehearsals, making sure they know exactly what they need to do and
They get all
where
the
they need to
technical
go.
things out.
Yep, so they figure out all the technical parts of the show. It's a pretty intense week. Yeah. Oop, lost it. Seeing everyone in costumes makes us even more focused. Our audience will be here before we know it. My classmates are all so talented. They can sing, dance, and act, which Miss Harper says is a triple threat. I wish I could do that. And the thing is, if I had the chance to get more experience, I think I could. Well, maybe except for the whole dancing part, let's not go overboard. While everyone else does their hair and makeup, I have it easy. No makeup needed. And all I have to do is pull my hair back. I'm done in 2 minutes flat, as opposed to Aubrey, who needs at least 20 minutes. Her hair is off the charts huge. She has to put enormous curls in it with so much hairspray it doesn't move when she walks. Seriously, if a fly landed on it, it would die for sure. I do the best I can in all my scenes. I work on my timing and practice moving at the same speed as Sophie in the horse costume. We keep getting better with each rehearsal. I've only knocked her over once since we tried on the first time. What doesn't get any better is my aim when I throw apples. I don't get it. Sophie's apples roll beautifully to the opposite side of the stage, but mine land everywhere they're not supposed to go. The audience, backstage, Dorothy's head. It's not like I'm trying to do any of that. I've never been able to throw straight in my whole life, so why would anyone think it would be a good idea for me to throw fake apples? They don't go anywhere near as far as real apples would, which I guess is a good thing since I really don't want to knock Dorothy out. Miss Harper takes me aside midway through the week. Charlotte, we're going to do something about those apples. I know, I'm trying. Are you nervous? No, I'm trying really hard to stay on that tiny X on the stage, and I keep thinking of what my lines are ahead of time. I'm also thinking about everyone else's lines that I know so well, but she doesn't need to know that. She nods. I want you to try this next time you're on stage. Okay, hit your mark, look them in the eye, and tell the truth. What? Miss G wants me to look everyone in the eye too. That's all you have to do. You do that, and it's going to be so much better. That makes zero sense. I still can't throw with a flip. But what about the apples? It never was about the apples, she says with a wink. It's about what's going on in your head when you throw them. Just be the tree. It sounds so simple when she puts it like that. Just be the tree, Charlotte. Gosh. After dinner, I'm helping Mom with the dishes when she casually says, "How's Maddie?" I take a wet plate from her and dry it. She's fine. No one's bugging her anymore. All they want to do is meet her new rock star friends. Mom hands me another plate. Wonder what she thinks about that. I place the dry plate on the stack to put it back into the cabinet. That she lived happily ever after? She's a smart girl, Charlotte. She has to know those kids are talking to her for the wrong reasons. I don't think that matters to her. She's like the most popular kid in school right now. Of course it matters. She rinses the last plate and hands it to me. Charlotte, friendships like yours don't end overnight. I know it feels like it, but I think you might be surprised. She'd be shocked to find that friendships can end in even less time, like half a second. I dry the dishes in silence and put them in the cabinet. I'm going to my room. Have you tried talking to her again? She calls when I'm almost around the corner. Her mom thinks you should. I stop in my tracks and glance over my shoulder at her. You talked to Maddie's mom? My voice comes out higher pitched on the last word. Of course I did. What? My stomach flips. What did she say? She wipes the countertop. Just that you need to call Maddie. I shake my head and bolt upstairs as fast as I can. Maddie hasn't responded to my letter. What makes our moms think she'll talk to me on my phone? Once I reach my room, I close the door and hurl myself onto my bed. I glance over at the phone on my dresser. I could call Maddie. What's one more try? I frown. Unless I can't get the words out again. The only way I can make sure they come out right is if I write them. I'm out of options. I need to feel like I'm making a difference, to fix something outside myself. Writing is the only thing that makes me feel that way. So I write 3 more letters to the rest of the school board to try to distract myself. Do they even care what some kid thinks? I hope so. If I've learned anything at all this year, it's that if you don't say what's important to you, you miss your chance. Maddie is gone. I can't let musical theater pass me by too. As I seal the last letter, I think maybe it doesn't matter if people in charge don't want to listen. If enough of us write, they're going to hear us whether they want to or not. I know my own notes have been heard. I saw Ben smile. Tristan helped me in the hallway, and even though it happened a while after I left the note for him, I think my words meant something to him. Aubrey definitely thinks she's shining as Glinda, but honestly, that note was more about me trying to be a good sport than anything else. I don't know what Josh thought about his note, but at least I tried. But the one I want to know about most is my letter to Maddie. I hoped so hard that it would fix what I'd broken, but there's nothing. No response, no sign that she even got it, but she has to have gotten it. My mom probably made sure of it when she talked to Maddie's mom. I pick up my pen and all the words I wish I could say to myself and other kids come pouring out. It's going to be okay. You're not alone. I love talking to you because you're awesome. You're making a big difference. I write page after page, thought after thought. It's silly, but I try to make each sentence a hug. Maybe it will help someone. You have the best smile. I'm rooting for you. It's okay to cry. We all do it. Make it count. I think for a second and then add one more line to the notes I've written. Being brave means doing the right thing even when you're scared. Being brave, be brave anyway. I should follow my own advice. In English, we skip reading novels and move straight to writing. I flip open my journal and find that Miss Harper has been reading my work again. On my page about speaking up, Miss Harper wrote, "This is more like it, Charlotte. I knew you had it in you. Keep writing." In my journal entry about kid celebrities, she wrote, "I wonder what made you write about this. I think there must be a story there. Maybe a short story. Find the heartbeat. Can you feel it?" No, I can't. You have to have a heart for that. Ugh. I'm completely out of writing ideas. I've written about the most ridiculous stuff, and none of it has been real except for the essay about speaking up for what I believe in. Miss Harper liked that one for a reason. I take a deep breath. Miss Harper wants me to find the heartbeat. I guess that means I need to show her what's in my awful heart. But what was that she said? Oh yeah, hit your mark, look him in the eye, and tell him the truth. So is Miss Harper telling her to actually look for a heartbeat? No. That's called personification. When she's telling her to look for the human characteristics in something, she's not actually telling her to look for human characteristics.
Like the leaves dance in the wind. The leaves are not actually going.
It might be.
This is my truth. Here goes nothing. With a steadier hand than I thought I'd have, I write. Have you ever done something so bad you couldn't take it back? I have. I hired a friend to protect myself. There are all those moments that happen so fast, each one worse than the one before. It was like watching a line of dominoes topple over, and once the fall started, it was too late. There was no going back. You might say, "Wow, Charlotte, what were you thinking? How could you have done something like that?" That's what I would have thought if I'd been watching it happen. I'd think I would never do such a thing. I'd stop it. And yet, here I am. I never stopped it. I stepped out of the way. I didn't even think about it. I made a choice, a terrible choice to not do anything at all, because doing something would hurt me too much. But friendship doesn't work that way. I felt awful for weeks now because I did nothing. And when you keep doing nothing, it just gets worse. So I finally did something. Not a big something that might make anything close to the way it is, but a bunch of little somethings that might make the world a tiny bit better for someone else. I also started the letter writing campaign to save the musical theater. The letter in the newspaper was mine. I hope that counts in the whole scheme of things. I don't know what else to do. "Time's up," Miss Harper says. I hope not. What is she talking about journal time, that she hopes time's not up for journal?
No.
What's she talking about?
Time to make things better.
Time to make things better.